Okay, so instead of showing you again how to pick this same lemon lock I had on my previous video, I think that has been lighting there. Let's see how I'm able to actually gut this one. And now the fun part is that I have never gutted a lock. So I know there's a screw there at the bottom. So let's try to get that open first. Some cheap screwdriver I found. And that does the work. There we go. Screw out. And we have the core. So you can see it's nothing, absolutely nothing blocking the keyway. So it's most likely rather easy to actually get access to that actuator there and open the lock if you have a bypass tool. But yeah, okay. And then the fun part. I have never taken these apart in my life, so let's see how that goes. And everybody is able to watch my misery if it goes wrong. So I don't have a follower, so that's going to screw things up for sure. And I'll just wish for the best, turn the core a bit there. Let's then see if I can get that clip off with something. Huge pair of pliers, for instance. Can I get a hold of it from somewhere neatly? Or what about these? Would these work for this guy? Okay, that's not helping any. So let's see. Well, there we go, the first mistake. No idea which one is which. And the core is upside down, so. Okay. I think we're a bit screwed anyway, so let's take those out. The good thing is that just maybe we're still able to turn that ever so slightly. Yes. Okay. We got all the drivers. They all pretty much look standard. But yeah, like you guessed, the order is already messed up. That's fine. We have some time then to work on this. See if we can use a tensioner, for instance, to pry it out. Okay, that might actually work. It's just turning the core. Close. No bananas. And yep, now we are definitely stuck with the core. Okay. That's great. Let's put it on the vise and continue there. There we finally have it. Okay, so what are we up against now? It's not turning like we guessed. Everything is stuck there, but maybe the good part is that we can basically pick it back up. Let's see if that works. Just apply some. Okay, so we got it to turn, and now there's my chance to make things wrong again. So let's get that on camera if and when that happens. Okay, so we know that there's going to be pins here below as well. There's going to be 5 of them and springs. And now the fun part is, of course, that I do not have a follower. And there is an ever so slight groove there, which you can see when the camera maybe focuses. Yeah, there's the groove. Okay, so the pins will definitely get stuck there. And yeah, that groove, if we turn the whole core, most probably would go all the way. Now, what shall I use to follow things up with? It only goes one way. Well, to hell with it. Let's try. So, like on every single other video, let's start pushing, and I don't have tweezers. That's maybe my next mistake. So let's, before something really pops out, drop the camera a bit. There we go. So there's the 5 pins. Got it out, the C-clip. Starting to figure out how to get those back there. And the lighting is shit and so forth. But okay. Got the first one out. And what do you know? That is a ball bearing. Okay, lucky I have the video camera now, because otherwise there's no way. So the last one, the very last one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6th one is just a ball bearing. Okay, standard on the last one. Let's see the other one, next one pop out. Standard. Try to keep some order on them. That one came with the spring, and that's, oh, I guessed standard. They're all standard and the same size, and I think we have the last 2 ones. Okay, so yeah, that was a mess, and I bet it's going to be a mess also getting that back, but that's weird that you can see that there's the ball bearing there, which kind of, yeah, that actually threw me off a bit on the first opens, because it kind of feels like you've picked everything, but then it doesn't open without actually giving it quite a lot of force. Okay, but there we go. A long video in a very simple gutting. But I guess that's how it will go for most of us for the first time. So the first idea was to actually use the Dremel tool to then modify these into homemade spools. But it turns out that the new Dremel tip is not suitable for that. So instead we're going to need to improvise a bit. Now we have 2 different files. We have this kind of a round file and this kind of a triangle file. So let's try this one first and see if we can actually make us something. There we have it. it looks quite okay. At least from my perspective. So, not too bad. Look at this key, if you actually want to call it a key. Just one of them should be different length, and I guess it's that guy. Everybody else is the same cut. So yeah, this is a very easy one. Let's see how those guys fit. Let's keep it actually on the light here. This one, here we go, and the key can't. Okay, so taking the vice into the picture. Okay, so basically we should be able to drop that one there, that one there, that one should be fine there, that's not there. Okay, so I think everybody else went by chance to be correct, except for these two ones. Yes, okay, so we switched those around and we got the correct thing already for that, so that shouldn't be too hard. Now I think the most difficult part will be then getting those springs back into this guy, and actually especially without a follower. So I wonder if we can drop these guys in through that. Oh yes, we can. But then if we drop these guys through, then we turn the core like this, we can then, no we can't. Let's first try to see if we can put these springs back in. Maybe I'll hook this into the vise and we get a little bit more light. Okay, I got the first one in. That's into the last chamber. And we drop the second one in. Then we have third. Almost got number 4. There we go. That was a bit metallic for some reason. The reason why I'm doing it from the back side is that you guys might be able to see it a bit better. And now one of the springs is underneath the vise. There we go. Now, that's the front facing, and if we want to be putting this into that, then we need to be pushing it from this side, but you guys want to actually take a look at it from the back side. So let's switch that around. Okay, so turned that around the correct way, and at the same time I keyed this correctly, so they all look to be flush now, and that should hold there quite nicely actually. So then we need to put the pin in and start pushing the core forwards. There's small kind of rounded sides on both of these. I'm not going to actually bother which way around I put them. I'm just going to see if I'm going to be able to put them in at all. Okay, got that to sit on top. Let's take a quick close look. And you want into the right place. Okay, there it actually sits. So now I'm going to push it down with the pick I have, and then push the core inwards towards the camera at the same time, and hopefully succeed into putting that first one into place. Okay. Pick. And I think it is in the first slot, yes. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not in the first slot. Fuck. That's fine. Pick. No, not like that. Okay, let's retry that. And this line here. Slide the core in. Okay. One down. And a hell of a lot to go. Actually, I'm quite sure I'm not going to be able to make it without tweezers. Not sure if I would be able to make it with tweezers. Yeah, that's not going to be there. Let's get some tweezers. Yeah, every single video says that please don't use normal tweezers. They're going to be a pain in the ass. They are correct. So the normal tweezers are definitely not the way to go. So if you've been watching some of the smart guys, they all tell you that do invest into tweezers that are made for this. It kind of starts to make sense to me. Okay, I'm most probably gonna be running out of battery on the camera, but yeah, gonna continue this way throughout, and let's see if we actually get it back. We finally got it back, and now is the moment of truth. Let's hope everything works. So okay, now it's definitely locked. If we got everything right, we should be able to turn the core. Oh, no we don't. No, yes we can. Oh yeah. But it's a bit mushy. Okay. But that kind of... the key still works. It's not going to be that easy anymore. That's for sure. Because there's a huge false set. Okay. Can I even get the key back out? Let's see that. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. Well, that's definitely going to be a fun pick.